Hello, Matt here from RetroOnly.com. Today we'll be talking about how to know if your Game Boy Micro is charging. Before we dive into that, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. Have you ever been charging your Game Boy Micro and you can never seem to figure out when it's done? Maybe you think it is plugged in and you come back and it's still dead. Well, in this video, we will go over everything you need to know about the Game Boy Micro charging. So, how do you know if your Game Boy Micro is charging? When you plug in the Game Boy Micro, you should be able to see a blue flashing light. This light indicates that the device is charging. When the flashing blue light turns off, the Game Boy Micro is back to being fully charged and is ready for you to play it once again. The Game Boy Micro takes about 2.5 hours to fully charge, so if your blue light no longer works after it has been plugged in for that time, you can assume it's fully charged. If you want to know more about the Game Boy Micro, you'll want to keep watching the rest of this video. Can you play the Game Boy Micro while it's charging? If you own a Game Boy Micro, you might want to play it while it's charging rather than waiting, but can you do that? You can actually play the Game Boy Micro while it's being charged. Even though this will cause the Game Boy Micro to take a bit longer to charge, it is still possible. So what's special about the Game Boy Micro? The Game Boy Micro is the smallest design of the Game Boy line of handheld consoles. This was also the console that was the easiest to identify in the Game Boy brand. The Game Boy Micro gives you an extended battery life of 5 to 13 hours. This depends on the settings used as well as which game you are playing. It's quite simple to charge the batteries of the Game Boy Micro, as all you have to do is simply plug it in. How to charge your Game Boy Micro. Look for the charger that came with your device. The charger should be in the packaging of your game box. But if not, Nintendo states that the only charger that should be used with the Game Boy Micro is the OXY-002 model. Place your console somewhere near the outlet and charge it in a safe place. There are some precautions that you should take while charging your Game Boy Micro as well. Do not charge it near anywhere that you have liquid or where it might be bumped or walked on. Insert the tiny end of the OXY-002 AC charger to the slot on your Game Boy Micro. The recommended slot is located on the top of the device. Unfold the charger's prong out until it takes its place. The prongs of this charger are easily foldable for storage reasons. You just have to set the prong outwards and now it's ready to be plugged in. Slightly insert the prongs of the adapter end of the OXY-002 charger to a power outlet. Secure the charger and check both ends to see if the connection between these two is stable. Keep an eye on the charger and see if your Game Boy Micro is charging correctly. The select and start button of the console should light up and notify you that the device is being charged. If there is still a delay and you are unable to see any blue flashing lights on the buttons, you may need to give it some time to charge up a little first. The maximum charging time of the Game Boy Micro is 2.5 hours. So you will want to make sure that you do not overcharge the Game Boy Micro, as it can damage the batteries in it. Once it's done charging, just unplug the charger and detach the charger from the console. When the lights go dim while it is plugged in, it's an indication that the battery is now fully charged. If you follow these steps carefully while charging, your Game Boy Micro battery can last for a long time. This is why you will need to be careful when charging your Game Boy Micro. It can last for several years if you take good care of it while charging and playing. The charge capacity will remain at optimum levels and will work good for about 500 charge/discharge cycles. Battery issues with the Game Boy Micro. The red light should come on at a specific voltage threshold. It flickers when the battery is hovering right around that threshold. This is because when the CPU or audio amp suddenly draws a little more power, you go from blue to red momentarily due to the voltage sag. On the off chance that you purchased your Micro in 2005, you can expect 5 to 8 hours of battery life. Right into some volume affected, as Nintendo claims 7 to 13 hours. The batteries will act abnormally as they get older and have been used more. Some of you might have even seen some people with a Game Boy Micro in their hands even today. This is because they took good care of it and charged the batteries carefully, or at least purchased a used model that had been carefully handled. If you put your Game Boy Micro on a charger overnight, you are going to lose it very quickly, as you will ruin the battery. To save your battery for the next several years, you should always watch how long you charge your Game Boy Micro. A single cell battery is made with high quality components, and it normally works perfectly fine for the Game Boy Micro. Its high quality functionality and parts are guaranteed to meet or exceed the original equipment manufacturer's specifications at an affordable price. What are the Game Boy Micro's battery specifications? Voltage 3.7 volt, amperage 460 mAh 1.7 watt hours, battery lithium ion, weight 0.13 pounds, length 1.46 inches, height 0.88 inches, and width 0.28 inches. Conclusion: no matter how long you have owned your Game Boy Micro, if you have taken care of it, they can last virtually forever. These handheld games are extremely small and easily fit in the pocket of your pants as you walk out the door. The Game Boy Micro has many games for it, and no matter which one you pick, they all seem to be fun to play. Nintendo has really gone out of their way to make sure that the Game Boy Micro is a great little handheld device that anyone can use and play with. They made sure it was made with quality so it would last long, as well as they created good games for it so all of the users had games to play that they loved. No matter if you prefer the Game Boy Micro or one of Nintendo's other devices, you will not be disappointed with the games and the quality that their consoles are made of. Nintendo has been at the top of the gaming console world in the past, and could certainly be there again as they continue to pump out quality games and consoles. If you own a Game Boy Micro and you have been having battery issues, and no matter what you do, you cannot get it to charge, you may need to replace the battery itself. They are not that hard to replace, and normally it only takes a couple of minutes, but that's a conversation for another video. Now that you have your Game Boy Micro charging, you can once again play and enjoy all the games for this tiny handheld device. This has been Matt from RetroOnly.com. Please be sure to like and subscribe to our channel, or check out our website at RetroOnly.com.